Hello everybody and welcome to the second video of the Basic Emotion series. In this video I will be talking about happiness. I will be explaining what the purpose of happiness is, the difference between short and long-term happiness, and I will share some of my own experience with this emotion. So the purpose of happiness is that you get a positive feeling when you're completing a task or when you go out with friends and it feels good. And when you felt something like that, the brain triggers and wants you to experience it again. Which is a good thing because your body feels relaxed and your body is happy and is open to other things. So for example, you go to a concert and you go with a group of friends and some other people are joining that you've just met. This is the first time that you go to a concert with them. So you would like to know that. Well, when you're in a positive mood, you are more open to laughter, sharing smiles, sharing stories and socializing. It helps us humans create trustful bonds and meaning relationships with other people. So if you have that group of friends and you have some new people that you want to invite in and they also become part of your friend group. So when you make these connections with these people, you can feel a sense of belonging and a sense of security because you get a trustful bond with those people. Aside from that, happiness also reduces stress, is good for mental health and makes you more resilient to life. So when life gets tough on you, you are better off when you have a positive mindset and have some positive friends that are thinking the same. Because they can see the more bright side of things and can help you get out of some nasty dark places when you get there, or give you some motivation and support you, like people have done for me when I started this project. So it's really nice to have friends that are more positive and helpful and caring. That's what makes this life more joyful, I think. Okay, so the difference between short and long-term happiness is that when you have short-term happiness, these are mostly a sort of stimuli like watching a show that you really like on Netflix that gives you some dopamine, and also maybe scrolling on Instagram or YouTube, or gaming, or if you really like drinking or maybe using drugs at a party. It can give you this happiness boost because all your serotonin and your dopamine are being used, and that gives you this great feeling and you want more. But the difference between short and long-term happiness is that short-term happiness fades pretty quickly if you don't get more, if you don't make it bigger, or if you make it more crazier sometimes. So for example, you watch a show that you really like and you say, okay, just one episode. And then it becomes 2, and it becomes 3, and then you binge watch the whole season. And it's 4 a.m. in the morning, you know. So yeah, that's sort of things that also, with alcohol for example, I can understand that when you're having one drink and you like to feel drowsy and you like to feel good and a little bit numb, you maybe want more, and then okay, just 2 drinks, 3 drinks, and then in the end you have 10 beers and you're pretty, well, you know, you're pretty far with the alcohol, and it can end up with you being drunk, or you can stop it eventually, but it's up to you. But that's the short-term happiness that gives you those high peaks and those fading moments again, and you want more. So long-term happiness is something like having a deep connection with the people around you, having deep relationships that matter. You can also work on your body with going to the gym or for a walk. Even go for a swim seems to be something that gives you a more sense of satisfaction when you're using it for the long term. I know that bag of Dorito chips is very delicious, and I know when I'm eating it I will be happy for a brief moment. But when I eat a whole bag of chips I just feel more dirty and empty, and eventually it stores those fats around your body, and that's something that I don't like. So yeah, I see the result in a couple of days and I think, well, I shouldn't have done that, you know? But yeah, that brings me to my own personal experience with happiness. In the 27 years that I've been on this planet, I've had my fair share of happiness, short and long term. And well, especially in my early 20s, I discovered that eating a bag of Doritos is nice, or going out with friends and drinking. When I was in the Navy, I really drank a lot of alcohol, and I liked it because I knew people there from the military school. And well, you're getting there with all your friends and you're drinking, And that's fun, but eventually the thing that mattered to me the most were the people that I knew and that I could trust and that I could have joyful conversations with. The same goes for gaming. I really like gaming. I love gaming. That's an understatement. It's just like Henry Cavill likes Warhammer and gaming. I also do. It's something that I can use my creativity on and play the games like how I want the character to be or how I want the world to be. But I also like shows and movies because, yeah, it's those fantasy. I really like fantasy and sci-fi because I'm a guy that uses fantasy a lot, also during acting. And I can really get lost in those moments. But I know that a fantasy and those kind of escaping thoughts of happiness for a brief moment of time doesn't make you happy in the long term. I really want that satisfaction and I want to build something of my own. And that's why I'm creating this YouTube channel. Because I know if I can share something with you people and you can also share something with me and this community can get big, then for me it's a sort of achievement that brings happiness to all of us. And I learn from it. The people that subscribe and maybe comment and have other advices are also learning from it and are also spreading their knowledge and feel happy that, well, they could help. That's what I'm trying to accomplish. So this project, together with my movie that I will be making after 100,000 subs, that's my goal for the coming years. And I think if I work to that, I can have this sense of purpose and I can have this sense of long-term satisfaction. And I want to show people that if I can do it, that you can do it also. And this can all help with personal growth. So I know it's hard sometimes when you're doom scrolling or when you're just wasting a free day of watching YouTube and maybe gaming. But I think that for all of us there is a purpose in life or something that we're good at and that you can share with the world or share with your friends and family or people that you like. But I think that just like the purpose of happiness, like I said, bringing people together, that can give many people the satisfaction and the feeling of belonging somewhere where they can feel this lasting satisfaction or some resilience to the toughness of life, because life gets tough and I know it. Sometimes it's just awful. It's really awful. The things you have to deal with sometimes. It's just, well, life that's happening. So if you have these communities, if you have a thing that you can focus on, a goal, it really helps you get through those tough moments. And also with positive friends and family. So that's my experience with happiness. I hope you've learned something from it. And if you have something that you want to discuss in the comments or have a comment about my video or want to know more about my experience with happiness or just want to share your own story, that can also be a thing, of course, then I will gladly read it and help you out with it or just talk to you and have a conversation, because that's why I'm here. That's why this channel is created. Okay, I want to thank you all for watching again and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye!